Look at that Sparky giving me some absurd utility.
Sussing out your luck. Going hard in the paint. And that's how you assert dominance.
Alright guys, so this is the new meta Sparky Santa Claus Giant deck. Typically against Sparky, a lot of your opponents will be using swarm units to counter it. This deck is such a meme and it's incredibly fun to play, especially when your lumberjack dies and rages up your Sparky and wizard combination. You're gonna have wizard, you're gonna have ice spirit, and zap to immediately kill those swarm units. So if they drop minion horde right on top of your wizard, they're just gonna be very sad. They're gonna be sad pandas, and your Sparky and Giant will just break through and you'll take their tower. If you guys are looking for a good time in grand challenges, I highly suggest running this Sparky deck. Alright guys, remember this person? He is the dude that drops minion horde plus miner at the start of the game. He is absolutely insane. This guy's so insane. I can't believe him. So he's most likely going to be running that 3 Musketeer deck, or he could also be running Mortar. No, he's not. Okay. He switched, man. He's deviated. He's on to new and bigger and better things here. So he's going to poison plus drop the hut. Alright, so you're running Miner or P.E.K.K.A. Control. Hopefully you're not running Electro Wizard, because that would make me incredibly sad. If you're running Electro Wizard, P.E.K.K.A. Control with hut and poison. Oh. We already know he's going to P.E.K.K.A. if he has it. Then we drop Sparky. So he's not really dropping that yet. Huh. Does he not have it? Alright, I'm going to drop Wizard. Wizard to kill the Mega Minion. I really hope he doesn't drop P.E.K.K.A. on top of this. No, he's running Graveyard. He's running Graveyard. I'm going to go Lumberjack. See what he wants to do. I'm not giving him any log value. Yo, the Wizard! Oh my god! Wizard is so busted, man. I'm going to go for a Zap so then Lumberjack gets damage. I could also go in for Rascals right at the river as well. I kind of want to do that because he's down so much elixir. He went in for a log. He has no way of dealing with that, does he? You don't have guards in cycle either. Thick Boy's going to get a lot of damage. He got right on top of the Musketeer, up close and personal with that Muskie. That was a huge elixir trade for us. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Made him spend so much elixir that he didn't want to do. Alright, so I want to go for a Giant right in the back because we are up elixir. He doesn't have Electro Wizard. He's got the Graveyard with Musketeer. So he's going to go in for guards right on top of the Sparky. That much is a fact. That is a veracity. So I kind of want to go in for Wizard to decimate the guards as soon as he drops it on top of us. Could also go in for Lumberjack. That has a very high hit speed. And it would, yeah, maybe we're going for Lumberjack. I think that's probably a little bit better of a play. Also Ice Spirit, so then the guards get frozen. We're going to drop Wizard. He drops the guards. Let's go, man. The parade push, it's imminent. It's happening. We're popping out here, man. It's going to get raged up. The Sparky's going to get a shot off on the tower. Oh, it was so close. We're going to go for Rascals. He used his log, remember? He had to bounce everything back, so he's not going to be back to log. Now we're going to go in for a Giant plus Rascals plus Lumberjack push. And this man is just going to be so sad. Unfortunately, we don't have Fireball or anything like that, but I'm going to go in for a Zap on top of the guards to ensure that the Lumberjack breaks through. I love the Lumberjack. It always is so insidious. It gets that chip damage that we always desire, and all we need is one Zap. Like, that does 56. Zap at Tournament Standard does do 56. So he knows he's in a tragic time. Notice how I'm staggering all my units. The Goblin Gang very far back so it doesn't get hit by a log. The Wizard up close and personal, closer to the tower. And we're just going to go in for a Zap and secure the W, guys. Didn't even matter, actually. But I staggered all my units to ensure that he wasn't able to get ample poison or log value, and we caught the W. This guy has over 400 or 500k cards, too. Yeah, guys, so as I said before, this guy has almost 500k cards, and he's a serious, legitimate Tournament Standard player. This guy is, like, well known. Alright, so I'm going to go for Ice Spirit at the river as soon as we approach 10 elixir, and we're just going to chill. So, are you going to respond to that Ice Spirit, or are you just going to, like, let it happen? We're going to go Rascals at the river. Apply some more aggression since he doesn't have Goblin Gang in hand. We can just ignore that. So he's Ice Golem, Goblin Gang. And Zap. Alright, so I definitely want to go start off my Giant push, because you're going to be down a lot of elixir. Unfortunately, I don't have Goblin Gang in hand. So this is going to be 3 Musketeers from this man, for sure, for sure. Alright, so this is what we want to do. Sparky, he's going to drop Minion Horde right on top. We go in for Harry Potter, and his Minion Horde just gets throttled. You guys ready for this? It's going to be super funny. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work, and he did it so early, but it still died. I thought it was gonna... I underestimated the Wizard. I didn't think it was gonna kill everything in one hit. Oh my god, Wizard's gonna kill the Minion Horde, and then it kills the 3 Muskies. Is this deck unstoppable? I'm honestly perplexed. How does that happen? Jeez, dude. Wizard's so good with Sparky. I made this deck as a meme, and we're winning every single game right now. This is not supposed to happen. It really isn't, guys. We took a tower with our first push. He didn't let me 3-crown him, like, for so long. He was literally hanging on with threads, and he wouldn't let me 3-crown him. It was kind of upsetting for me. It was a little bit upsetting. It's more of an acquired taste for me. So I'm going to go for Ice Spirit, and he goes in for Collector, so I gotta punish him, man. This is a little bit annoying that I have to go in for a Lumberjack plus Giant right at the river, but I guess I kind of have to. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Gang as well, just to apply as much aggression as possible. Hopefully we end up taking a tower. He goes in for a Zap, but the Lumberjack is on top of the tower, making great strides in life, and look at that amount of damage. So, what I saw from him, I saw Zap, and I saw Mega Minion, and I saw Lumberjack. This is most likely going to be a Golem deck. Unfortunately, there's not a really great way of punishing Collector with this deck, so you have to apply a lot of aggression at the river, and then when he drops a Golem, you have to get a lot of value with your Sparky. So the key to winning this matchup is essentially you want to use your Sparky to get huge positive elixir trades against the Golem, and then you convert that defense into offense and then take the W. So he went in for a really odd NATO. Didn't really work out for him. I'm going to use Giant off to the side, then get my Harry Potter on top of his Harry Potter. The cannibalism is real. And then the Mega Minion should end up dying as well. So notice how this interaction played out. We killed the supporting units using our Giant as a tank. And then I just applied a lot of aggression afterwards. So I'm going to drop my Lumberjack with my Harry Potter and Sparky. And hopefully we end up taking a tower. Really got to be cost efficient on defense because you're not going to have the elixir advantage due to the Collectors. You're not able to punish the Collectors at all. I might just 3-crown him. Seriously, I might 3-crown him. Does he realize that? Okay. I guess he realizes that now. He knows it's a reality. So I guess the one thing that you could do is Zap the Collector, and you're going to mitigate 2 elixir from the Collector. So that is something that you guys could do. It's usually not the best maneuver though. So I'm going to go Goblin Gang at the river, bait out a Zap. It's going to be a -1 trade for us, but it's still okay. Also, I'm going to go for a Giant in the opposite lane. I don't think he's going to go Golem at... Oh, he does. Really? Dude, I think your entire push just dies to Sparky right now. Harry Potter dies, dude. Why would you do that to yourself, right? Oh, it didn't die. I'm stupid, man. I really thought we were thriving. Alright, well, at least we kept the Sparky alive. If we didn't keep the Sparky alive, it would have been tragic times, because then we had no way of DPSing down the Golem. And the Golem does a lot of damage. Even the Golemites exploding on the tower, it's a lot, man. But the Sparky just doesn't die. It's immortal, man! Oh my god. Hanging on to life by the thread, by the skin of its teeth, and it is still thriving, and then it dies. Oh, fallen but never forgotten, Sparky. What do we want to call that Sparky, man? We'll call her Susan. Susan, fallen but never forgotten. So I'm going to go for Rascals on defense. And we got this game in the bag, guys. So, very interesting deck composition from him. He's also rocking Harry Potter, but obviously our Harry Potter was superior. Our Harry Potter is the one that plays Harry Potter in the movie. Oh, man. That meme will haunt him for the rest of eternity, probably, dude. Alright guys, so we do have a pretty solid starting hand. I'm going to go start off the game with an Ice Spirit right at the river as we approach 10 Elixir. And we always want to make sure that we know what your opponent's running before you sauce out like a Giant or something preemptively. So if I drop Giant in the back, you can go like Expo and just punish me excessively hard. So after seeing Prince, after seeing Barrel, it's most likely going to be a Prince bait deck. Well, we know that for a fact. It's not even most likely anymore. Unless he's going to have like randomly a Golem in here. I doubt it though. Dropping the gang off to the side so he's not able to zap everything, right? Always got to be cognizant of how you're spacing your units. So he's going to go in for Rascals. I'm going to go for defensive Rascals. We're going to get a lot more utility because we're using our tower as a resource here. I'm going to go in for Ice Spear. I'm going to get ready with a zap if he drops gang. I don't know if that was good. I was really hoping that the last one would get hit. A little bit unfortunate. I don't think the zap was best. Could have just let it happen, you know? Oh, we're going to eat way too much damage here. That one... Okay, never mind. The Royal Ghost got targeted second. So if the Royal Ghost got targeted first, that would have been horrible for us. But fortunately for us, he used a really bad tank for the Goblin Barrel and he tried to use the Royal Ghost. So I can vibe with that a lot. I'm going to let that lock on and then I'm going to go in for Gang. Obliterate the Princess. Even if he logs, he's not going to log in time. And he still has to respond to that. So that's really solid for me. I feel like I kind of want to go for Sparky, but I'd rather just go in for Rascals and see what he does to it. I want to go for Sparky and double Elixir and then mount a push off of it. Or if he drops Prince, I want to obliterate the Prince with the Sparky plus Ice Spirit. I think that would be a little bit better. Also, always want to push in the lane that he has all his damage, because you know he's never really going to deviate from that side. So I'm going to go in with the Giant first and foremost. I don't really know if he's... Yeah, so he's going to rush opposite lane. So I'm glad I didn't commit too much elixir. So I'm going to go in for an Ice Spirit to make sure that the Prince doesn't get its charge off on me. Then I'm going to go in for Goblin Gang, and he has Royal Ghost still on the field, but we have a lot of Goblins, and they're relatively well dispersed. I'm going to go in for a Wizard to finish off Thick Boy, and he's going to go in for a Princess. Okay. So I guess I shouldn't have committed too much to this push, but I think that Harry Potter will end up killing it. Oh wow, he's really going hot and heavy with that Prince, isn't he? So he could log that if he so desires. Looks like that's going to be the case. I'm going to go in for a Giant to kite that opposite lane. Then I'm going to follow up with a Lumberjack. And then Goblin Gang off to the side. Because my Goblin Gang was a little bit delayed. I couldn't drop it behind, unfortunately. Lumberjack is going to go straight towards the tower because he has his priorities straight in life. And Giant is still posing a little bit of a threat. I could zap that if I want to, and I guess I will. I'm going to go in for Rascals off to the side. It looks like he might go in for Barrel. He doesn't. I'm going to go in for Wizard to finish off the Princess. I know that's a little bit weird of a Wizard, like right at the river, but we had to kill that Princess, guys. There were no two ways about it. So I'm going to go in for Lumberjack. I'm going to go in for... Do I need to do anything here? No, I think I'm chilling. I think we're thriving. So I can go in for a Giant here because we still have the Lumberjack. And I could follow up with a Sparky to finish off all the units that he's about to drop. And after the Lumberjack dies, it's going to get raged up, right? So that's a pretty cool maneuver. I also want to go in for a Goblin Gang off to the side. And look at that Sparky giving me some absurd utility. That was intense. So he's going to poison. So obviously I'm going to go start off with a Sparky again. And we're just going to forfeit that, the Thick Boy. Thick Boy's going to die. He gave his life for us, guys. And now we're going to go in for a Giant. We're building up our tank push. We're building up the push. The parade push is menacing. It's happening, my man. We can also go for a Wizard. It's going to kill the Spark, or it's going to kill the Princess. And then it should also walk towards the left-hand lane. That placement is paramount. I'm going to go in for Lumberjack with this. Ice Spirit, please. Do I need to go in for another Santa Claus at the river? I think I can. I think it might be a good play. Come on, Sparky. Do him dirty. Sparky, Wizard. This is working, guys. It's actually happening. Oh my god. This guy is a really good player, too. And he got finessed by Sparky Wizard. This deck is OP, man. It's busted. Near 100k cards one, and he was running a, like, meta deck. Yo, this Sparky deck, it's going to be meta. It's happening. Alright, guys. We got a game against Fast from Black Sharks VE. I'll never understand those plays. I'll never understand it. Guys, why do you ever want to drop a collector in the middle like that? We've seen it way too often. It always happens when I decide to stream, you know?